What's up guys, it's Roger, and today we'll be covering how to use Blink in Trials on the Burnout. Been a pretty fun weekend so far. I mean, there's no freelance, but there's also no capture points, so a little bit of give and take there. Of course, I usually solo queue on the first day, and there's been some scummy stuff, but some fun matches too, and I definitely got some good clips I'm excited to show you guys. But let's go over what build I'm using this week. So starting off here, I have the Battler. Now this thing got buffed because it is a lightweight frame pulse rifle. It does a lot better nowadays, and I definitely recommend trying it out. For my role here, I have small bore and accurized rounds. It's going to give us a lot of extra range, and then demolitionist, so whenever we can throw our nade out, we're actually going to reload this weapon, which comes in handy more than you would think. And then we have kill clip. Now when you actually get a kill on this thing and then reload, you can absolutely get an easy 2-piece or even a triple down, and those are what you're really looking for, especially as a solo player when you kind of have to carry most games by yourself. This gun really enables that with a kill clip on it. I would definitely recommend, if you're going to use this gun, get a roll with kill clip on it. That is going to be your best bet in my opinion. Now the great thing about this gun is that it has a legacy frame down here. So that says customized frame with dramatically increased accuracy, stability, and targeting while hip firing. So this thing has really good hip firing, kind of something like the Last Word or the DMT, where you can hip fire this weapon very well. And honestly, there's a lot of times where even if I'm in like SMG range, if you hit head really well, you can win those fights. It's a good thing to bait out shotgun users with, and why I think this gun is so good right now is since it has the functionality of a pulse rifle, but at the same time, you can use it as a semi sort of SMG and kind of combat those and combat shotguns really well with it. I think that it works really well right now when we just had a special ammo economy nerf. So it's harder to get those shotgun bullets or those fusion rifle bullets because you just don't pick up as much special ammo anymore. So when you're out of it, you want a versatile primary weapon such as this, and that can really help carry your primary game. After that, I am pairing that with a fract fist. Now I love things like the Reese Walker lightweight frame shotguns, and if you watch something like my Blink Shotgun Masterclass, you know how much I love lightweight frame shotguns and how well I think they pair with Blink. I still think that's true, but shotguns got a big nerf and lightweights got hit really hard. Now I've been kind of switching to something like this fractithist here, or the retooled tail and the energy slot, because these are precision frames. The range on these things is really good, and especially with my role here. So I got rifle barrel, assault mag, so we can shoot that thing a little faster, which really comes in handy. And quick draw, I love to have quick draw. I love to just pull my shotguns out as fast as possible. And the opening shot to get that improved accuracy and range on the opening shot. So you're shooting real far. I have 72 range on this thing, and it's just really good to use the precision frames right now in my opinion. Definitely try them. Of course, you're going to lose the 20 mobility boost and the around 6.5%, I believe it is, 6.25%, excuse me, sprint speed bonus that you get from a lightweight frame bonus on those shotguns that are lightweight frame. But I think you need the extra range on the shotguns nowadays, and I would definitely recommend trying out precision frames. You'll see I have some really good plays with this thing, and if you can map people well, then it goes crazy. I'm also using freehand grip on here. I really like to try to use that for when I have to go for those hip fire shots. I think it comes in handy quite a bit. Over here, I'm going to break down the mods really quick. Just have some pulse rifle targetings and a taking charge on my helmet there. Pulse rifle loader and a pulse rifle dexterity, and then 2 unflinching pulse rifles. No mods for the shotgun. I really just want to back this pulse rifle up as much as possible, especially since I told you it has that really good duality of playstyle where you can use it while hip firing but also aiming down sights really, really well. So I just like to back that up as much as I can with the mods. On the boots here, just got a little stat increase, a little holster, invigoration, powerful friends. I just got these boots the other day. You can see I have 109 stats purely from my boots, and that's been working out real nice for me. I have like 89 discipline, but you'll see why I'm losing a little bit of discipline with the build we have up here with our void, and we'll get into the void in just a second. Down our bond here, just a little stat increase, perpetuation, and high energy fire. I love using perpetuation, by the way. I don't usually talk about this, but this is going to reduce your class ability cooldown when using your class ability. So if you're using your rift the whole time you're standing in it, it's going to be lowering the cooldown of your rift. So you're just getting your rift back the more you stand in your rift, which of course you're going to do a lot of the time when you're playing with a build like this. With a pulse rifle, you're going to be sitting in your rift, and you're going to have your rift back super fast, which every time we get another rift, that means we get another clearance. So we really want to be using that. Definitely recommend slapping that on your bond or anywhere in your armor if you have a little bit of extra room. But we have all that covered, so let's go ahead and jump into our Void 3.0. Alright, jumping into our Void 3.0 here, I want to start with the Super. So I have Nova Warp on. Now, I really do like Nova Bomb, and if you want that for the shutdown, that's completely justifiable, and I completely understand that. Nova Warp has the best potential for actually roaming and killing multiple people on a team when you need to pop it in kind of a clutch situation, especially if you're up and the enemy team starts coming back in rounds. You will probably get to your Super first, especially if you've been slaying out, and in that case, you can pop your Nova Warp and probably wipe the entire enemy team if you're a good Nova Warp player, and take them out and just end the match. So I really like Nova Warp. It's not a Trials capture weekend, like I was saying earlier, so you don't have to really worry about capture points as much unless you have a tiebreaker and the flag pops up. In those cases, it is nice to have Nova Bomb, but I think Nova Warp is going to be your best bet if you're a skilled player with it. And if you're not, I have a Nova Warp guide. I would recommend going and checking that out because you definitely want to get good with your Blink and Nova Warp. That's hard being a Blink master in my opinion. Moving on from there, we're going to have Healing Rift, Blink of course, Pocket Singularity of course, and then Scatter Nades. I've been really loving Scatter Nades lately. I rarely ever switch off them nowadays. They have a one-shot potential that is just unparalleled by any other grenades. You can throw this perfectly on somebody, and once you're getting pretty good with them, you can easily just destroy somebody. I'll show you a few times in a few clips that I have. You can learn good choke points that you know people are going to push through. You get there really quickly in the mid-map, for example, with your Blink. You're going to get there before anybody else because Blink is faster than any other movement ability in the game. You throw your nade at those choke points, people just walk straight into them because they don't know that's flying at them. You don't see a nade coming at you on your radar like you do a person. So that can just absolutely get you an easy 1-piece, 2-piece right off the bat, sometimes even 3 pieces. I'll show you. I have a few clips where I kill the entire enemy team with a really well-placed scatter nade. Now coming after that for our aspects, we have Feed the Void for that Devour, and then Child of the Old Gods. You know I don't really like running overcharge nades here if you watch the channel for a long time. I personally don't like the fact that you lose an entire fragment slot. I like that you get 4 fragment slots when you have these 2 aspects on, and I think you cannot miss Devour. I think you can go without Child of the Old Gods, or Clarence as I call him, but I'd rather have Clarence as much as I can. I think the area denial and lockdown potential that comes out of the Child of the Old Gods is just too good to pass up, especially when you can weaken enemies, and weakening enemies is a big part of this build that I'm running today. So we can weaken enemies from this, but we can also weaken enemies from this aspect that I have right here. So your Void Grenades weaken targets. Sometimes this kind of glitches in my opinion. Sometimes when I throw a scatter nade, the first tick of the scatter nade will weaken the enemy. Other times it never weakens them. Sometimes it weakens them on the 3rd or 4th tick of the scatter nade. But when it does weaken them on that first hit, it makes it even more likely that you're going to absolutely one-shot them with that scatter nade. And even beyond that, just your bullets or anything else you can hit them with, or your teammates hit them with for that matter, they will be weakened. So definitely recommend running that. It is minus 20 discipline, as I said earlier. So if you think that's a little too hard for you and you don't want to lose all that discipline, I completely understand. After that, we have Echo of Dilation. I'm always preaching this and I never take it off. This gives you 10 mobility and 10 intellect, but the biggest thing is while you're crouched, you're going to sneak faster and you're going to gain that enhanced radar resolution. So you get that really fine-tuned radar every time you're crouched, and that really helps you pick apart where the enemies are on the map and helps you know when you can pre-nade an area or be ready to peek someone or slide peek into somebody, take out your shotgun if you're doing an aggressive shotgun build such as myself, and know when you need to blink into those risky situations. So I would definitely recommend running Dilation because it's going to be one of the best options for you to really look at your radar and pick apart where the enemy is and have the most knowledge, especially if you're a solo player, you're going to want that on. After that, we're going to have Echo of Persistence, so that's going to make our Devour go from 10 seconds to 15 seconds, which is an enormous boon. 5 extra seconds on an ability that lets us heal to full every time we get a kill is absolutely insane, and something we definitely want on, and this is something that I also almost never take off. So definitely recommend that, but it's also going to give us extra time on any invisibility or overshields that our teammates might let us have. A big thing that I've seen is Solar 3.0 is not as good as you would think, and that means Void 3.0 is still predominantly the biggest subclass being used in my humble opinion, and that's really good because that means you're getting a lot of invisibility and overshields from your teammates, and this really comes in handy when you're getting those, and on top of that you get the Devour extra duration like I was saying earlier, so we love to see that. And finishing our build off here today is going to be the Echo of Expulsion, so Void ability final blows are going to cause targets to explode. This can be really good. First of all, 10 flat intellect, pretty good. We want to get our supers as fast as possible. Of course, nowadays, the best way to get your super is to frag out and do damage and take damage, but having a high intellect is still nice, in my opinion. But when you can hit somebody with a melee final blow or a scatter nade final blow, they're going to do an extra explosion off of themselves, and that really helps you in those times when people group up, which 3 stacks love to group up, and you can absolutely decimate them with something like Echo of Expulsion combined with your melee or your scatter nade. But I think that is everything covered. A few shoutouts before we go into the match. The clan is growing pretty well. Absolute Zero is online right now. He's getting some clan XP. You probably saw it pop up a few times throughout this little intro. If you guys want to join, it's called Blink Enthusiasts. It's set to open. Go ahead and join up. I'd love to have you. Join the Blinkville Discord server if you want to make some Blink Warlock friends. I'll have that linked in the description of every single video. And if you guys enjoy the video at any point, I'd really enjoy if you leave me a like. It helps out more than you know. And I think that's it. So why don't we go ahead and hop into some of these clips. So starting out here this round, we already had one dead on the enemy team, but I knew he was going to get res. I saw my pings to the left. I was holding down mid in case I could do anything, but I saw my teammate pushing, so I decided I'd go with him. Threw a really nice scatter nade to instantly kill the guy that got res, and then went with my shotgun. And like I was saying, the precision frames, you can map people. Once I had that 2-piece, I was looking to use my Nova Warp so we can maybe clean the game up here, and especially knew I wanted to pop it once this guy uses Winter's Wrath. Now Nova Warp is not the best at countering other supers, and I kind of fucked up there by not using my movement enough to get around him. I made up for that by actually starting to use my movement, hit him for about 150, and my teammate had a really good follow-up, and we were able to knock him out of that and catch up, and I'm pretty sure we win that game. Now coming over here, I aim down sights, smack this guy. You can see once you aim down sights, it's really fast firing. It is a lightweight frame pulse rifle after all, so it's going to shoot pretty quick, but this one has pretty good range as well. I was holding that right side because I had kill clip after killing the first guy, but he did not want to peek. I wanted to make sure we could secure this res and make sure they did not get themselves. I was aiming down sights on this guy. I knew a nice scatter team would finish him off, so I chucked it in there and absolutely blew him up. Flew in with a blink on the last guy because I saw him on radar and mapped him again with that practicist and absolutely smacked all three of them myself. Now coming over here, this is one of my favorite starts on this side. If you don't smack your sight face into that wall, it's an even better start, but even if you do, you can make it work. I like putting a rift down here so I can 3P towards my left, but this time I saw the radar, they were always towards my right. I threw a scatter nade here because I saw they were pushing very aggressively. And like I was saying with this gun, it has very good versatility where you can use it with the hip fire pretty well. So I didn't even switch to my shotgun when that guy pushed. I just threw him into the wall with my enhanced melee and then shot him with the hip fire on this thing. I went to peek to the right because I saw my teammates were handling down that spot and I didn't want to group up too much. Fell on top of this guy's head because I saw him on radar and was able to map him pretty good with that nice precision frame shotgun. Now coming in here, this is another start I like to do. I like to come onto this part, and I saw heavy was spawning. So what I was trying to do was watch my radar and wait for the perfect time to throw a scatter nade with my prediction, and I predicted it very well on that guy and hit him very nicely with that scatter nade. Cleaned him up, which automatically reloaded my gun all the way because of my demolitionist. Now when I spawned this guy in, I made sure I pushed him out of the way, which made him get avoided by the bow shot there. So make sure you're pushing your teammates when you spawn them in if they're in an area where you think they're going to get killed immediately. Now it became a 3v2. I went in with my blink here. You're going to see me blink up onto this ledge first. Remember, when you come out of a blink, there's about half a second where you can't use your guns yet. So if you can blink into cover for a second and then take the peek, try to do that. So this clip is really good for showing off this hip fire and how good it can be when you're hitting headshots especially. I saw this guy jump up here and knew I could actually hip fire from that range pretty well. Procced my kill clip and did half this guy's shields with just a few shots. So keep in mind that you can do that. And the next few clips are these really good scatter nades I'm telling you about. I was watching my radar with the dilation and knew I had a perfect scatter nade opportunity. They all grouped up, 2 of them died to the scatter, and the 3rd one died to the explosion going off. Now this is another choke point. I love to throw a nade there. You get there so fast with your blink, throw it at that choke point, and you decimate all of them. Again, coming in with the hip fire here, I saw this guy in front of me and knew he was pretty low, so I could already just hip fire him. Some nice headshots, let me finish him off easily. Proc the kill clip from a reload, and then absolutely decimate this guy. You didn't have to aim down sights there, but it was at a range where I preferred to aim down sights. So coming into this clip, I'm going to slide in, put a rift down so we can grab Clarence. Now again, I told you the lockdown potential and the area denial of this thing is insane. Clarence goes out there and it locks down the one guy. This guy comes up, he's still weakened and getting ticked by Clarence, so I went in with a shotgun, smacked him. This guy's weakened, coming behind him and take them both out for a beautiful shotgun play. And I'm telling you, these precision frames are feeling great. Now I come in here, choke point that scatter nade right there, which is some good damage. I reload for the kill clip and absolutely decimate the second guy. 36 to the head for every shot there. And then I get a very nice blink straight up into the sky and right onto this guy, map him with this precision frame shotgun. Make sure you're using everything of your kit. When you have your rift, you have your grenades, you have both your guns, make sure you're using them. And just like this, use your supers. This is 2-3 right here. I wanted to even it up. This guy goes into his tether, but I was able to go around him with good movement and come around and avoid the tethers, but still go for the 3rd guy. I would have smacked him, but the distraction was enough that my teammates were able to finish him off. Now coming over here, we were in a bad spot, so I wanted to blink out, contest this guy with a shotgun. I was able to proc my devour off of him, so it was honestly kind of good that I didn't get that one shot with the shotgun. That saved my life by getting my devour there and killing him with a double tap from the melee. With good tracking on my shotgun, I smacked this guy as I came down. Got a couple of longer clips here, so I'm going to go down here, put down my rift, and I was just checking my dilation radar. I see these guys out there and sing Clarence out, and I was really thinking of putting a good scatter nade out there. Luckily I did just that, blew them up, and then Clarence backed me up and got the second one. Looking at my radar here, I saw this last guy, and I just wanted to catch him, but he just kept chasing my teammate, so I just had to keep chasing him. Shot my melee, but it did not track well, and he turned on me, which I wasn't expecting. I bumped my head on the roof on accident, so I was just deciding to go for a shotgun play here to finish it off, and he ran right into me. I shook my head at him a little bit when I finally caught him. Now here's a good example of using your entire clip. I smacked this guy really good, and I thought I saw somebody go into the air, and I was actually correct. He came back down, I was able to smack him with one burst, get my kill clip procced, so I started methodically peeking onto the right side, because I wanted to use my kill clip with that extra damage to secure a kill. Unfortunately, my teammate got decimated, so I came down to him 1v1 here. I threw my melee out there, bombed him back, and he was volatile. I saw him throw his rift down, so I knew I could throw mine down, so that's exactly what I do. I counter with my rift so we can have that extra healing and a little bit of an overshield. Now he is going to be able to stick this res in a second, and once he sticks it, the best thing I could do was just get one kill and make it back to 1v1. That's exactly what I did. Clarence was doing good area denial, ticks of damage, and weakening. I had my kill clip procced, he put a shield down, and I rushed him with precision frame shotgun, played the Titan shield better than him, and was able to secure that round. Now here, I was dead. I didn't think we really had a chance, especially when this teammate died. We were up 4 rounds to 0, so I wasn't too worried. This teammate did res me though, so I just started holding down the trigger as soon as I spawned in. I was able to smack both these guys, and you can tell this gun is so good, especially if you hit more shots than I was there. It's really good TTK. Coming out of that though, we come into this next clip. Now I was trying to get around and help my teammates. Unfortunately, they both kind of die, so I just started spraying these kids down. I wanted to secure one kill, and you can see this hip fire is so good. I was able to just stop aiming and hip fire him so well with the pulse rifle. I had kill clip proc, so that's why I went for that second kill there, and I was able to absolutely decimate him. I shouldn't have reloaded, but it was okay because the teammate came in and cleaned that up to secure us that round. Now coming over here, I was kind of just looking at my radar, seeing what I could do. This guy did not come back to the scatter nade, and then I got blinded, did some good damage to him, and had to come down, looked at my radar, and kind of panic popped, but I was also fine with popping, and knew I wanted to before I did. Now I came back, killed this guy off, blinked back towards the middle, and was just looking for the next dude. Came all the way outside and found him, but he just barely got around there, and I barely didn't grapple onto that, and came up. I thought he was going to keep running forward, but he got stuck on the ledge, so I actually missed my first shotgun shot, but it all worked out in the end. Now this match, with Mini in the weekends when there's no freelance and I'm solo playing, I kind of have to carry if I want to win, so I was just sitting back and watching my teammates' backs. This guy comes around the corner and I absolutely decimate him, reload, get kill clip procced. This guy is weakened, and I end up doing 38 to the head on every shot because I have kill clip and Clarence weakening the enemy. Now I got some good shotgun plays coming up for you guys here. I'm going to come towards mid here. I saw heavy was spawning, so I like to contest heavy when it is spawning. Unfortunately, this guy peeks right when I throw my nade. That was unplanned for, but I did a shit ton of damage to him. Flew in with my shotgun. Be careful when you fly over that midpoint, because sometimes you might land on people, so make sure you're really watching your radar, just like I was right there, and I was able to flick around onto that guy and pick up a nice double kill. Now sitting here, I just grabbed my Clarence really quick, was watching my radar, saw somebody pushing up really hard on my left, threw a beautiful scatter nade and was able to one-shot him, saw this one guy in front of me, and then just kind of went after him with the shotgun. He kept running away, so I followed real hard with the shotgun, and he was already low, so I was able just to dust him up real easily. Use your blinks, get on top of people. They don't expect the aggression sometimes, and especially with lightweight frames and that extra movement speed, it can be nice, but even with precisions, you can see right here, you can still do very well. And exactly like right there, you can go in, get a nice double kill, and you're just destroying these guys. Looking for the last guy, I didn't see him, he was on my right, and it almost got me killed, but I was able to do some nice damage from a range and help my teammates to clean that third one up. Coming into this clip here, I'm going to be reloading my gun, just looking around. I saw them on my radar to the right, and I knew I wanted to get aggressive, so I blinked in up here with the shotgun again. This is one of my favorite places to blink with the shotgun, so keep that in mind. I knew I needed to get aggressive and get one more pick, or else we'd lose this round, because my teammates were absolute homunculuses, and to my amazement, they still managed to throw this round. As has been a running theme, I want to keep showing off how amazing this battler is. I throw a nice nade here to hold off the choke point as I smack this guy, reload, get a kill clip. Clarence is holding it down real good, and he actually gets the last tick of damage for me right there. Now I was just waiting, looking for this last guy, because I saw him on radar, but my teammates actually cleaned him up, so I don't even need to show you that. Now this guy comes over, barely do kill him, get the kill clip though, and I was bullshitting my radar. I thought this guy might jump over because he was a hunter, but I also didn't want him to get the res. Unfortunately, I was a little too slow at pushing, and he's going to get it. But this is again where these scatter nades are so good. I throw the scatter nade in combination with my enhanced melee, and it absolutely blows them up with the expulsion and the scatter nade, and just everything goes boom with Void, and it's my favorite thing in the world. Now this guy was rushing me. I should have definitely taken out my shotgun here, but with a combination of my melee and my pulse rifle, I was able to take him out. I blinked forward because I wanted to chase these two guys down, and this guy turned on me, but I got a really nice scatter nade and finished him off. Chasing this last guy with a little bit of damage from my pulse rifle, I blinked behind him and acted like I was going to push with my shotgun before backing up and just backpedaling and shooting him with a pulse rifle to finish him off. You can use it like an SMG like I was saying earlier, just like that, and it's an amazing thing to do. Smacking this guy, I got my kill clip procced and was waiting for the next ones. I shouldn't have aimed down sights here, which is why I stopped, blinked up into the air, and took some shots at him. Re-procced my kill clip, peeked down there, and was just waiting for the res, smacked him off res, got kill clip again, and then smacked the last guy for a nice 4 kills in one round. You can't really go wrong there. Well, we're rolling into the end of the video here, but we are not slowing down with these clips being as good as possible. This guy blinds me, so I lost my radar, but the next best thing behind that is to use your Clarence and watch the ticks of damage to see where the enemy is, and that's exactly what I did and smacked him. This guy landed right on top of me, so I flew back, and then used this hip fire to smack him in the head a bunch, proc my kill clip off him, and got aggressive with the kill clip to hip fire this guy. And that's what I'm telling you guys, the hip fire on this gun can be absolutely amazing, especially when you get good with it and you start hitting some headshots. I'm only decent with it, and I had a lot of success with it today. Now I was holding down the sights over there because I saw a guy, but this guy pushed me. With 2 good blinks, I was able to get myself way out of trouble and actually had the advantage of the peek on them. Now I put down a rift so I could grab my clearance and have some healing in case they wanted to fight, but I saw my teammate was pushing them and it was a 1v3, so I had to get aggressive. He took out one, which was very good, and I got some really good shots on this guy but couldn't quite pick him up. I saw Clarence going out there, so I just had to trust him and take out my shotgun to fight this guy, and Clarence backed me up well, and I was able to clean them all up for that round. Coming into this clip, I was looking around on the radar, saw this guy in the mid, and blinked up behind him. Before he even knew what hit him, I smacked his head off of his body. Now looking around, I have my kill clip, and I wanted to use it, of course. So I come forward here and got a really nice shot on this guy, finish him off, re-proc my kill clip, and was looking for the last guy. I didn't want to get tunnel vision, so I made sure I could aim down sights, aim off my sights for a bit, put down my rift, check my radar, and saw that I wanted to get aggressive on this guy. I whiffed one shot, but I was able to smack him with the melee, put him in the perfect position, and hit him with a good shotgun shot. Now coming over here, I was just looking for anything with this pulse rifle, got a really good 1v1 with him, was able to proc my kill clip, and was looking for the next guy. Saw them on my radar pushing them towards mid, and knew I probably wanted to fight them, flicked up to him really good, and got Clarence in there. Now Clarence was taking damage so they couldn't res, so I got aggressive while they were weakened, and used my shotgun to finish them both off, and win us that round. Well, that's all the clips I have for you guys today. I'm going to let this one play out as I talk to you, and send you on your merry little way. First off, I want to say that I know I haven't been posting that much lately, and you guys know that I've been having some things going on in life, but honestly I'm feeling much better these past couple days, and I really want to say thank you to everyone who's left kind comments, and you know, those kind words really brought up my mood, and you know, it's nice to see that kindness in the world because you get hate comments and whatnot, so I really want to let you guys know I appreciate any kind words you leave, and it really makes my day. So thank you guys for interacting with the videos, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave me a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want more in the future. And that is it for me today. Have a great day, Guardians.